Hey, what's going on? Coming at you from Chicago, Illinois. And so, with this video, I'm going to be discussing something I'm a little bit ambivalent about talking about. I'm not really crazy about the subject matter, but I want to go ahead and talk about it anyways because in order to keep this channel moving forward, there's times where I'm going to be more interested about the topics that I'm talking about, and then there's going to be times where I'm going to be a little bit less interested in discussing certain subjects. But either way, like I said, I just need to, I think it's important to just keep the channel moving forward. And part of the reason why I'm a little bit ambivalent about this subject matter that I'm going to discuss in this video is because I'm going to be discussing Amazon. And I had worked for Amazon in their warehouse, a while back, and I worked for them for quite a while. It was definitely a challenge. I was working the third shift, and just looking back, I wasn't really. I'm not really happy with the way I had treated some of my co-workers, and it's just, I think it's easier to say that now because I'm away from that environment, but I know that when you're actually in the environment and you're sleep deprived, and then the company puts pressure on you to try to meet their rates or whatever, it's definitely a challenge. But it wasn't all bad. I didn't get to meet some pretty cool people, so that was my experience with working for Amazon. But with this video, I'm going to be discussing some of the corruption that's taking place with this company, which is, I know it's synonymous. It's kind of like common knowledge, but I just want to go a little bit more in depth of some of these allegations, some of the more specifics of the corruption. So I'm going to discuss two articles and then one study, but mostly this one main article, and then a little bit of a study, and then just a really tiny bit of a last article. But I'll start with this first article. This one is from Slate.com, and the title of this article is "The Federal Government Says Amazon Duped Millions of Customers." Surprise, surprise. And it has the subtitle underneath the title of the title. It says, "That's just the beginning." And this article is a little bit old, back from June 27th of this year, 2023. So I'm just going to read verbatim the first paragraph. It says, last week, this is obviously not last week because this, like I said, this article is a little bit older. But continuing, last week, the Federal Trade Commission sued Amazon, saying the company tricked people into signing up for its premium service, Prime, and then deliberately made that service hard to cancel. Over the past few years, the FTC, led by Lina Khan, I believe that's how you pronounce her last name, has been slowly turning up the temperature on Amazon. Good luck with that. Getting back to the article, in the agency's view, the company has too much power and it's abusing it. Again, surprise, surprise. And yeah, it's no wonder they're abusing their power. The FTC is part of our government, and it is of my opinion that our government has helped assisted Amazon to grow to the level, the size, the scope that it has become. I don't know specifically how the government has allowed them to grow to the size that they are. except for maybe I'm going to talk about after I'm done with this article, I'm going to talk about how Amazon isn't paying, their proper taxes. But I think it's fair to say that you don't grow to the size of Amazon by playing by the rules. I believe that there was assistance by this government to help them grow to the size that they are. Later in the article, Leah, who works for the FTC, said that Prime, which is $139 service that gets you access to all of Amazon's streaming and music and the fast shipping, alleges in the suit that Amazon makes it super difficult to cancel. And then finally, a little bit later, more in the article, it states that the suit said that Amazon is constantly nudging people into Prime because it knows that once you're in Prime, you're not very likely to cancel. They have statistics that something like 90% of people who sign up for a free trial stay with Prime. So Amazon knows that once it gets you, it gets to keep you. Sounds like a great money-making machine business to me. And it definitely seems like it's definitely more to their advantage than it is to the people that sign up for this membership, which apparently is difficult to get out of. So that was that article. I'm going to discuss this study I found online. This is from itep.org, which stands for Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy. A little bit of a mouthful there. And the title of this study is Amazon Avoids More Than $5 billion in Corporate Income Taxes. Reports 6% tax rate on $35 billion of U.S. income. And this study is from last year, February 7th of 2022. And I'm not going to get into the study. It's just at the beginning of the study, it highlights some key points. So I'm just going to talk about those points right here. It says, Amazon avoided about $5.2 billion in corporate federal income taxes in 2021. The company reported profits of more than $35 billion and paid just 6% of those profits in federal corporate income taxes. And then the last key point, if Amazon had no tax breaks, it would have paid 21% of its profits in corporate income taxes, or more than $7.3 billion. Instead, it paid $2.1 billion. So again, instead of Amazon paying what it should have paid, the $7.3 billion in corporate income taxes, it only paid $2.1 billion. Is there corruption, or is there corruption taking place here? What is going on? Why are they not paying their proper taxes? So now that I've discussed that first article and then those key points from that study, what can be done about this? Well, I'm not one of those people that does the whole lingo, get out there and vote and this and that. I mean, don't totally neglect that. My reasons is because it seems like there's just corruption on both sides of both of the major parties. I don't know if that's gonna like lead to any significant cleanup of the corruption. But I mean, does that mean we just say, oh well, that's just the way it is with companies like Amazon? I mean, not necessarily. We can we can try to slow down, maybe just even if it's only to a small degree. Just stop giving this scandalous company your business. Stop giving this scandalous company your money. Now, I'm not saying to just stop shopping at Amazon entirely. I shop at Amazon. It could be for like for some books or maybe some supplements that may be a little bit challenging to find at local stores, but and then there's also miscellaneous things. I know I've purchased some exercise equipment, some other miscellaneous things that I've purchased through Amazon, but it's not a constant purchasing things on Amazon. And I know, looking at some of the Amazon reviews, some of the people, they complain, that they've ordered certain things and then they're not able to return them. Or I know, even for myself, I've had at least one of my packages stolen. Why not just avoid some of that nonsense and just give some of your local business, some of these businesses that are more ethical. And then one final solution that I can come up with. I remember this from last year. This is an article from CBSNews.com, and this article, it was titled "Amazon Workers in Joliet Walk Out to Protest Low Pay, Poor Conditions on Cyber Monday." This was an article from last year of November 28th of 2022, and these workers that had protested, there wasn't just any random fulfillment center. It was a cross-dock facility, and it's the only one in the state. And the workers said that if the space were to shut down on Cyber Monday, Amazon would lose millions of dollars per minute. However, the unfortunate thing was that when these Amazon workers had went outside during the middle of their shift, there was only a small demonstration that took place. And if I can recollect from my memory, they were only out there for like maybe an hour, and then they went right back inside to finish up their shift. So if you're gonna have a protest, have it be a real protest. A small demonstration, with most of the workers, they just stayed inside and ignored they ignored the strike, they ignored the demonstration. But then again, I can also understand that you cannot force your colleagues and your coworkers to strike. But if you really want to send a real message to a company like Amazon, you have to go all out, or you're not going to get the impact that you're looking for. So there's just so much corruption everywhere. I know it can be overwhelming. So I'm gonna discuss just these really quick Bible passages, also as to me a form of remedy to some of this corruption and craziness we deal with in this world, in this life. So this is a 1-year study Bible. You can read this daily, and I'm going to be reading from this section, today's September 6th, and I'm going to be reading from Psalm 14 and 15, and it says, "Make thankfulness your sacrifice to God, and keep the vows you made to the Most High. Then call on me when you are in trouble, and I will rescue you, and you will give me glory." So, what do I take away from all this information? Well, first and foremost, why did I choose those specific passages from the Bible? Because in this Bible, like I just finished saying, it talks about thankfulness. And I would add to that having, obviously gratitude. And I say that because there is so much craziness and nonsense going on in this world, but ultimately we cannot control what goes on at Amazon. We cannot control what takes place with our U.S. government. We can only control what our reactions and in our daily lives. And I know that having a sense of gratitude is something that can help us get through this challenging life that we go through, and then regardless of whatever shenanigans is taking place with Amazon and companies like it, there is hope, and that hope is derived from our Lord and Creator, because we know that the enemy will not, that his days are coming, and there will be a new day, a new tomorrow, where our Lord will rule over his creation, all of his creation, and the days of greed, the days of corruption, the days of the shenanigans will come to an end, and we will know what real love, real peace, real giving will be like. So that was today's video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.